Now, those of you who take every opportunity to crucify Adodankwa Akufo-Addo and his government and tag his government as the worst government, is that your honest assessment of the government, or that is just intentional? Because even if you don't travel or you don't see anything particularly in your area, you know for a fact that Akufo-Addo brought the free senior high school education. You also know that Akufo-Addo brought the district road improvement program in this country. You also know that Akufo-Addo has constructed over 6 interchanges across the country, more than all the previous governments combined. You know this is a fact. You also know for a fact that he has built more housing units for the police, the army, the navy, and judges across the country. You know these are obvious things that you should know as a Ghanaian. Again, you know that he solved the ambulance crisis that we faced under our predecessor, that is John Dramani Mahama, with over 300 ambulances. You also know that he has added over 2,000 megawatts of power to our energy sector through solar, for which reason we've never experienced John Dramani Mahama's Dumso in this country. In 8 straight years, we've never experienced John Mahama's Dumso. You also know that he has constructed over 12,000 kilometers of road across the country. These are obvious things that you see when you go out. You see works happening across the country. You know that he declared year of roads because this is the president who has constructed more roads than any government in the history of our republic. You, me, and 20 million other Ghanaians hold a comprehensive national identity through the Ghana card, and the courtesy is to Adodankwa Akufo-Addo's government. Ghana as a nation has a comprehensive database to prevent crime and fraud because of Ghana card, and it is Akufo-Addo's government that has come to make it possible. You know. You also know he has constructed over 6 functional fish landing sites for fishermen across the country. These are obvious things that are around. You should know as a Ghanaian before you would assess the government, before you make any comment about the government. You know he has built over 40 functional factories across the country to aid in food processing and preservation, textile production, toilet roll production, shoe factory, that is shoe production, and then the management of waste across the country. You know these are things that Akufo-Addo has done. You also know over 50 hospital projects has been done by Adodankwa Akufo-Addo's government, including the UGMC Phase 2, Bolgatanga Regional Hospital, Upper West Regional Hospital, Echiasi District Hospital, and several others. And on top of it, you have the medical drone delivery system by Adodankwa Akufo-Addo's government. His government has also constructed over 130 astroturfs across the country to aid in sports. You know these things. Adodankwa Akufo-Addo's government has grown our GDP from 500 billion to 1 trillion cedis. This is a positive direction for Ghana, which you know that his government has done. He has also improved tertiary education with infrastructure. If you look at UHAS, UMAT, Legon, UDS, and several other tertiary institutions in this country, he has improved so many infrastructure works across the country. You know, in the midst of all of this, he restored the nursing and teacher trainee allowances that his predecessor cancelled out of incompetence. He also restored peace for the people of Dagbon. He also restored our national health insurance scheme. And so if you are unaware of all these things I've mentioned, please respect yourself and avoid insulting the government of Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. You see, we as Ghanaians have a duty to this nation to start celebrating excellence, to start anticipating excellence and avoiding ignorance and incompetence. It is our duty to do that. And so if you want to sit down and in your assessment that this government that has done all these great things for our country is the worst government, then it means that you are not looking for development. You are looking for people who take advantage of you. You are looking for people who come and destroy. Because any political party that looks at what Akufo-Addo has done and look at Ghanaians and look at their comments on the government, they'll be wondering like, what do these people want? What are they seeking? Because is there anything I could have done better than Akufo-Addo's government? Is there anything any government could have done better than the Akufo-Addo's government? And today, John Dramani Mahama is saying that this is not the Kufuor's government we know. This is not the Kufuor's government we know. How well does he know Kufuor's government? He should list 10 things that he can remember about Kufuor's government and compare it to all the things that I've listed about Akufo-Addo's government. Even Bukum Banko has said that Akufo-Addo's ruling is a rich ruling. You cannot compare to any other government. And so all I can say to all Ghanaians is that forget the NDC and forget propaganda. Embrace truth and embrace the MPP. Vote for wisdom. Vote for competence. And that vote only has to go to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Whatever you vote aside Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a waste.